We are your home for Hawaii's music. We are Kapa at 100.3, 99.1 and online at kapradio.com. New Year's edition, quarantine edition of the Kapa Cafe. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from California, our good friend, Hoku Award winner, Mr. Patrick Landeza.
Aloha, everybody. Woo,
How you doing?
man.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to both of you. I am freezing over here. It's like 40 degrees. And Kaea's over there with these nice ferns.
Virtual fern.
I think the forest.
Virtual.
In honor of you, thank you for the beautiful shirt.
I love it.
And of course, you know, our Filipino blood, we have to match. So I found the matching papale.
Yeah, and it fit. Everything fits you well, of course. So, Kaea, no worries. Kaea, I got some goodies coming for you. I saw that picture with him and then you flashing the stickers. I was like, oh, I feel so bad. So we have some special. I thought he was going to share because, you know.
No, of course he doesn't share.
We don't share, bro.
We don't share.
Like, oh, maybe he said it years later.
No, yours coming later. Good thing I'm
no worries. Oh, you know, speaking of that, Patrick, you know, we were talking on air the other day about how we have the honor of playing your music, but we got off talking about how you are like you can do everything and anything. And I know that right now during the holiday season, you've been busy preparing all kinds of stuff. Tell us about your entrepreneurship goals here.
Well, you know, okay, so let me explain, right? By day, my trade, this is my 26th year in education.
Wow, yeah.
So I'm a teacher. So I teach high school. And this is my sixth year at Moreau Catholic High School. And I teach high school. So that's my job. I'm a musician, Hawaiian musician. I play flat key. I tour. We don't tour no more. Okay. So then earrings, right? I make earrings. And so I don't even know how to explain it. My wife asked me 3 weeks ago, you know, she straight up, she goes, "Are you Mahu?" I get 5 kids, and there's nothing wrong with being Mahu, okay? But, you know, and I go, "Why do you ask that?" "Because your earrings are looking prettier." Now, see, I want to hear, that's the kind of stuff I want to hear. Right, you know, because ain't nothing, OG making earrings for the ladies, ain't nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong.
So, no. And during this time, I started a catering business. I've always cooked, but now we have it's called Landeza's Island. So I just it's a poke by the pound delivery service.
Oh,
what?
Oh,
that's right. And lao lao. So we pump it out. So I train my boys and some of my former students, and we make lao lao throughout the week. And then I have all of we have the drivers and that deliver because you can't go into the restaurant. So we're a legal catering company, and that's what I've been doing right now since we can't tour, we can't play music. There's no Slacky festivals. What do? You know, you have to utilize your God-given gifts, right, and to find other ways to create. So
wow,
that's exactly, you know, and while we create, we support our family and our community. We feed our community.
I love it. I love it.
That's in a nutshell, you know, in a nutshell. So
that's brilliant.
That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Do you find that other local musicians that live in the Bay are doing similar things?
No, they're not making earrings and cooking and cause they're not making earrings. That's for sure.
Right there, bro.
They're not making earrings. So, but everybody is doing what they can do. You know what I mean? So, my passion has always been because of my father. My father being from Hoku, right? You know, on Oahu, and just he was the cook in the family. Then my mother from Ho'olehua Molokai, she was the Hawaiian side, and so when you put these two things together, you know, you come up with some creative things, and I'm very much my parents, you know, and I'm a product of the mainland, you know, born and raised here. So when you ono for something, like for instance, where you gonna get squiglu out from? You're not gonna get squid luau here, you guys. I promise. You could barely even get luau leaf. But that's the type of things that I offer. Yeah, squid luau, kaoyuk. You know, we've been doing turkey tail, smoked meat.
Oh,
But we do that so that people have that whole notion of home. Because not only do you want to eat this food, but you also want to feel good, right? So if I
Yeah.
can't play music, this is how I can tell the story, right?
I
Tell
love
the
it.
story through food. Yeah. So that's
It's in your
how.
DNA. It's totally in your DNA. It's in your DNA.
Absolutely. But I think that the most important thing where I got this concept from is always keep reinventing was my mentor, my uncle, the late great Dennis Kamakahi. And so this CD, Far Away, is based off of his song that he wrote in my backyard in San Leandro when I used to live there because he missed his wife so much. You know, and we can identify with home in many ways. And for a lot of us, it's people, you know, not just a place, but it's people. Yeah. So yeah, the diversity, yeah, is definitely Dennis Kamakai. Definitely.
And so the inspiration, you know, what there's the on the CD cover, it does say far away, and you're looking out into the galaxy and the stars. The inspiration for that comes from Kumu as well, or Uncle Dennis.
Yes, because when Uncle Dennis wrote it, we were on a break from a tour, so it was really neat just to stay at home for a little bit. So with him and Uncle Cyril, and he wrote it at about 9:30 at night, and it was quiet, and the stars were all out, and at about 10:45, he says, "Come, come, I just wrote a song," and he played it for me, and I'm like, man, you know, that's like magic. And we all knew Uncle Dennis. I mean, he was nothing but magic. And when he wrote that, so the notion of far away, and I took it as to understand, you know, you're never far away from home. Home is where you plant your feet, and you know, so that's where that whole cover came from, yeah, because the possibilities are endless. People told me I could not do because I'm not from. But yet I didn't quite understand because ever since I was little, my mother would tell me who I am and where I came from, right? So through music, yeah. I mean, and through the art. So that cover is extremely important because it's not a traditional Hawaiian cover, you guys. You don't see no flowers, yeah.
not only that, it's this is what I got off of it. Your position, you look like a kid as opposed to an adult looking into the stars. You kind of look like a kid, like kind of like
Dreaming or
like,
looking
like,
or
take me away kind of thing. But I got that more of like a kid as opposed to an adult missing home, kind of, you know.
But in many ways, I still am. We still are. I you know, I miss that, like the innocence of it. But through the music, we can find it. Through, as Uncle Dennis would say, continue to write and write about your time. And so through my writing, you know, and I'm not known as being a composer or a writer, but I, you know, I've been around the block a couple times. But I really feel that home was something that would really hit people. That one song, you know, and I kept saying, look, and I'm telling everybody, look, I play flat key. If I put you to sleep, I'm doing my job. But this CD not gonna put you to sleep. I promise. You know, I'm telling everybody. I promise. So that's
you
where
have originals though, Patrick. You got a handful of originals on this one.
Yeah, you know, we have some originals, and then also, you know, my mother was a huge influence on me, and we went to her care home, and we snuck in the microphone, Kellen Pike and Lihao, and we recorded her, and we were able to get her singing the song that she would sing to me when I was younger. So, you know, all this stuff just didn't happen overnight. You know, I'm not an overnight person. We've always been taught just the, you know, we just, you do what you do. You do what
That
you do, and you do
that's
what
my
you can.
that's one of my favorite songs, is the one with your mama on top. I was
Yeah.
when I didn't want to read the insert yet. I just wanted to listen to it because I didn't want to expect anything. I wanted to see how I feel without knowing anything about it. But when I heard her voice, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, who is this woman?
But my mother has a very interesting story. You know, classmate of Kawhi Cockett, hula sister to Melvin Lead, really close. You know, Uncle Sonny Chillingworth would come over to my grandparents' house. You know, when he was younger. Um, you know, she lived a hard life on Molokai. What do you do back then, right? Farm.
Mhm.
She was hanayed by her uncle, and all she had, she said, were her pets. Oh, I'm sorry, the farm animals and her music. So, so when she would sing to me, she would sing these songs, and you know, at times I never saw her singing to the others, and so I asked, why did you sing to me? You know, she would sing me to sleep. She'd have me sing back, and she goes, because one day I prayed that you would sing these same songs back. And so things tend to come full circle, um, which makes the music even more. You know, uh, there's so much manal behind the songs itself, but then why I sing the song, they're for a reason. My mother would
Mhm.
always say, "Bring the old songs back to life." So
Mhm.
you know that's purely my mom. You know, and so
Oh,
that's where it was. You know, she was accepted to the Oberlin School of Music, but the principal at the time told her that it would be better for her to go to secretarial school. So then she ended up, yep, at Armstrong College in Berkeley, California, where she met my dad, and she never sang professionally. So, um, Kawhi Puckett and all these people would always say, your mother, had so much potential, but being from Molokai and just as humble as she is, but you know,
mhm.
the sacrifices they make for their children,
Mhm.
not even myself, but my siblings as well too are very we represent them our parents very well at what we do. So
Amazing. Amazing. Jazz, any thoughts?
Well, I love that you're equally proud of your Pinoy heritage as well.
yeah,
It's always
and
everywhere in your presentation.
well, because I'm still discovering that side as well too. So my father never made it to the Philippines. I made it to the Philippines, and was able to track down relatives as well. But we're plantation people. My father and his mother was born on the plantation, so that's just how it is. But what
Mhm.
better way to discover yourself than in this times right now when
Yeah.
there's
Mhm.
so much going on, and then plus with my own children, as
Mhm.
Kababayans, right? I mean, we have to figure this thing out. Where, okay, yeah, I'm Filipino Hawaiian. What are you? Chinese? Well, yeah, I'm Chinese too. What do you identify with? And
Mhm.
living in a diverse area like Berkeley or like the Bay Area, you can say, yeah, where it's either you're Mexican, Black,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hispanic, Native American, or Hawaiian. Hey, I'm gonna pick the Hawaiian one.
Ah,
But
gee.
20 years ago, I Chinese. You know what I mean? So, but now is the time uh,
Mhm.
of discovery for
Mhm.
cultural discovery for all of us, and especially going through what we went through, during these times. It's just, it's a time right now for discovery, a time for healing.
Mhm.
And that's why I feel that the CD is a perfect tool for that. Not just for the people that listen to it, but for me
Mhm.
as well too.
Did you
Now,
track
how
it
can,
here?
oh,
Hello, Mike. Did you track it here?
I did. I tracked it on Kauai. I tracked it at in Kellen Pike and Lihao Kupola studio. There's all tracked there. Bruh, I wrote home, wrote the song when the missile was during this time the missile.
Oh, the false alarm. Ah.
Bro, I'm from the Bay. We had gunshots, we get knives, but never missiles.
Yeah.
So I wrote that song on my way back home on Kauai. And so yeah, that's why I was on the Hawaiian airline flight, and I miss my children.
Yeah.
And people when home, they think, oh, you're going back home. Well, Hawaii is home, but it's not my home. I'm from Berkeley, but it's no big deal because wherever I am, home is with me. So I'm on the Hawaiian flight, and if you see on the in the song it says Hawaiian skies will always be with me because I was reading the book. I was reading the book, yeah.
You should try to get some money for that from them, bro.
Bro, I was like this, I need a catch. Hawaiian skies will always be with me, right? And the magazine hanging out halfway, right right in front of me, and it says Hawaiian skies. I go,
Yeah, bro.
all I kept thinking about is like maybe I can work in some flights, or you know what I mean? But
sure.
Yeah, but it's so but as composers, as songwriters, and as Uncle Dennis would really pound into us, you take from your surroundings, but most importantly, you write about your time. So the time, so I go, why, Uncle? So he goes, you write about your time, so you'll never forget. So the most interesting. So if you look at all of his songs, they're about different parts of his life and in time. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about him, but they're about others during that time. So I'm unable to I cannot Olelo Hawaii, but I can try my hardest to tell the story the best way I can. Yeah. So that's just who we are, right? As composers and as writers. Yeah. So, but yeah, Hawaiian skies will always be. Man, I wish.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Everybody get the CD, bro.
Huh?
Where can everybody get the CD? And does it come with a jar of jelly or any kind of bonus?
So I get cousins on every island. So I'll let you know the Walmart parking lot that they'll be at. You can get it. My best place is melee.com. Absolutely love Puna guys. Melee.com and it's on all the sites. And the music video too. The video is doing well. I made a video, you know what I mean? I never made a video. And I tell my students never Google me. Never tell your students don't Google, because they're gonna Google you.
Right. Yeah.
And the first thing they're gonna say is, you know you have a Wikipedia? I'm like,
yeah.
Or they could say like, you had hair? So you can get it on all online stores, melee.com. And yeah, that's where you can get it. Yeah, definitely.
How about social media platforms? Any social media platforms to follow you?
Everywhere. I am in all. Patrick Landeza, IG, Facebook. I'm always on Facebook. And then plus with Landeza's Island, which is hilarious. I started a poke delivery business. Off camera. That's hilarious. And she goes.
I love it.
She goes.
I love it.
I'm all up on the social media. And thank you to you guys on Kapa. You guys have always been supportive of me ever since the day we sat at the Hokus and met. But you guys have always been supportive, and I really appreciate all the support that you've given me. Gosh, we've known each other for quite some time now, ever since I started this Hoku thing, and now beautiful. I took one home for the mainland. The only Hoku here. on the mainland. So I'm just very blessed. And
my Uncle Art lately. Well, pre-COVID.
yeah, I talked to him yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
he was late in getting his poke order in. So you know, I was like,
Well, send him my love.
business is business.
Yeah.
All right,
No.
my brother. We love you and we miss you. And congratulations on the project.
Thank you guys. Love you guys. And thank you guys so much. Yeah. Aloha
We'll see
to
you soon,
you.
bro.
Aloha.
Aloha.